What would you do if your dead therapist sent you a recording 6 months after her death? The package had no return address, just my name typed on a plain manila envelope, thick with something inside. But here's the thing that made my hands shake. It was from Dr. Elizabeth Shaw, my therapist, who died 6 months ago in a car crash. How does a dead woman mail a package? I opened it standing in my kitchen, coffee getting cold on the counter. Inside, a USB drive, and a handwritten note on Dr. Shaw's letterhead. Sarah, if you're reading this, I'm dead. My lawyer has instructions to send this exactly 6 months after my death. What's on this drive? You need to hear it alone. Lock your doors. Tell no one you have this, especially not Michael. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you while I was alive. I was a coward. But I can warn you now, listen to everything, starting with session 1. Then listen to recording 47. That's the one that got me killed. Elizabeth. Recording 47. The one that got her killed. My therapist was murdered, and my husband Michael had something to do with it. I looked at the clock, 9:15 a.m. Michael was at work, wouldn't be home until 6 p.m. I had 9 hours. I locked every door in the house, closed every curtain, and plugged the USB into my laptop. The drive contained audio files, numbered 1 through 53. Session 1 was dated 3 years ago, my first appointment with Dr. Shaw. I pressed play. Dr. Shaw. Sarah, tell me why you're here. My voice, younger, hesitant. My husband Michael, he's been acting strange, distant. I think he might be having an affair. Dr. Shaw. What makes you think that? Me. Late nights at work, secret phone calls. He changed all his passwords. Last week I found a receipt for a hotel room. When I asked, he said it was for a work conference, but his company didn't have a conference that week. I checked. I remembered this session, sitting in her office, crying, convinced my marriage was falling apart. Dr. Shaw had been calm, professional. I trusted her completely. I fast-forwarded through sessions, listening to snippets. My voice talking about Michael, our fights, my growing paranoia. Session 15. He's asking about my mother's inheritance, how much she left me, where it's invested. He never cared about money before. Session 23. I found life insurance documents. Michael took out a $2 million policy on me last month. We already have insurance through his work. Why does he need another $2 million on me? Session 31. Last night he asked if I'd updated my will, asked who would get my mother's inheritance if something happened to me. I said it would go to him. He smiled, but it wasn't a happy smile. It was relieved. Then came session 38, dated 4 months before Dr. Shaw died. Dr. Shaw. Sarah, has Michael ever hurt you physically? Me. No, never. Dr. Shaw. Has he threatened you? Me. Not directly, but sometimes the way he looks at me like he's calculating something, like I'm a problem he's trying to solve. I'm going to say something extreme. I think you're in danger. Real danger. I think Michael is planning something. Planning what? I don't know yet, but the life insurance, the questions about inheritance, the secrecy, these are warning signs. Some abusers don't hit. They plan. They create situations where partners die in accidents and they walk away with money and sympathy. I stopped the recording. 4 months before Dr. Shaw died, she'd warned me Michael was dangerous, and I didn't remember this conversation at all. How was that possible? I'd gone to that session, so why couldn't I remember? Session 39. I don't remember what we talked about last week. There's a blank space in my memory. Dr. Shaw. Has Michael been giving you medication? Anything for sleep or anxiety? Me. He bought vitamins last month. Said they'd help with stress. I take them every night. Dr. Shaw. What kind of vitamins? Me. I don't know. He orders them online. Unmarked bottle. Long pause. Sarah, stop taking those vitamins immediately. Me. Why? Because I think Michael is drugging you. The ringing in my ears drowned out the rest. Drugging me. Michael had been drugging me. I looked at the vitamin bottle on the counter, the same unmarked bottle I'd been taking pills from for 3 years. I grabbed it, dumped the pills into a plastic bag, shoved it in my purse. But first, I needed to hear recording 47, the one that got Dr. Shaw killed. I found it, dated 1 week before she died. Pressed play. Dr. Shaw's voice. Alone, recording herself. This is Elizabeth Shaw, October 15th, 2024. I'm recording this as insurance. I've been working with Sarah Mitchell for 3 years. Her husband, Michael Mitchell, has been systematically planning her murder. I've documented everything: the life insurance, the questions about inheritance, the secrecy. These are warning signs. Some abusers don't hit. They plan. They create situations where partners die in accidents and they walk away with money and sympathy. But that's not the worst part. I hired a private investigator to look into Michael Mitchell. What we found... Her voice shook. Michael Mitchell isn't real. His actual name is Marcus Webb. He's been married twice before. Both wives died in accidents within 3 years. Both times, Michael inherited substantial life insurance and family money. Jennifer Webb, first wife, died 2012, fell downstairs, ruled accidental. Michael inherited $1.2 million. Amanda Chen, second wife, died 2016, carbon monoxide leak in garage, ruled accidental. Michael inherited $800,000. After Amanda's death, Marcus Webb disappeared, changed his name to Michael Mitchell, moved to Portland, met Sarah in 2019, married her in 2020. Sarah is wife number 3. Based on timeline, she should have died by now. Previous wives lasted 2 to 3 years. Sarah and Michael have been married 4 years. He's overdue. I think he's getting impatient. Yesterday, I called Michael, asked him to come for a consultation about Sarah's treatment. He came at 5 p.m. I confronted him, told him I knew who he was, that I had evidence, that I was going to the police. He didn't deny it. He smiled and said, "Dr. Shaw, you're smart, but nobody will believe you. Every death looks accidental. Every identity change is legal. If you go to police, I'll say you're a therapist who became obsessively involved in a patient's marriage, making wild accusations." Then he said, "Accidents happen to therapists too, especially ones who drive alone on rainy nights." I'm recording this as evidence, given copies to my lawyer with instructions to send to Sarah if anything happens to me. Michael, if you're listening, Sarah has heard everything. She knows what you are. You've lost. Sarah, if you're hearing this, I'm dead. Michael killed me. You're next. But you have evidence now. Take it to police, get protection, and please don't let him know you have this until you're safe. The recording ended. I sat in silence, shaking. My husband had murdered 2 previous wives. My husband killed my therapist. My husband was planning to kill me, and I'd been living with him, sleeping beside him, loving him for 4 years, completely unaware I was married to a serial killer. 11:30 a.m. Michael home in 6.5 hours. I called my sister Emma. "Emma, listen carefully. Don't ask questions. Michael's real name is Marcus Webb. He killed 2 previous wives. He's been drugging me. He killed Dr. Shaw because she found out. I have recordings proving everything. Call Detective Rachel Morrison at Portland PD. Tell her to come to your house immediately. I'm coming now. Don't call back. Don't text. Michael might monitor my phone. Just get the detective there." Silence. Then, "Calling right now. Come here." I grabbed the USB, the pills, my laptop, started for the door. My phone rang. Michael. I let it ring. It went to voicemail. 10 seconds later, text. "Hey babe, forgot files at home. Coming back to grab them. Be there in 20 minutes. Love you." 20 minutes. He was coming home now. How did he know? Unless... I looked around with new eyes. The smoke detectors, picture frames, lamps. He'd been monitoring me, cameras, audio, watching and listening this whole time. He knew I had the USB. He knew I'd listened, and he was coming to kill me, right now. I ran for the door, threw it open, and Michael was standing on the porch, smiling. "Going somewhere, Sarah?" I froze. "Michael, I was just what? Running away? Going to police with Elizabeth's recording?" He stepped inside, closed the door, Locked it. Don't lie. I've been watching you all morning. Saw you open the package, plug in the USB, heard you call your sister. He showed me his phone screen. Cameras in every room, audio everywhere. I've monitored you for years. You're insane. I'm thorough. Elizabeth thought she was clever leaving that recording, but I intercepted her lawyer 6 months ago, paid him to delay sending it, gave me time to prepare. Prepare for what? For today. You were supposed to die 2 years ago, carbon monoxide like Amanda, but Elizabeth started asking questions, making you suspicious, interfering. So you killed her. I eliminated a problem, like I'm eliminating you now. I backed away. Police are coming. Emma called them. No, they're not. He held up a different phone. This is your phone, the one you called Emma from, except I switched it this morning while you showered. That call went to a number I control, a recording that sounds like Emma. You never spoke to your sister. My blood froze. And your real phone? He pulled it from his pocket. Right here. No calls, no texts. No one knows. The USB. Dr. Shaw made copies. No copies exist. I visited her house after the accident, found every copy, destroyed them. The only recording was the USB her lawyer held. Now you have it. He held out his hand. Give it to me. No! Give it to me. No! I ran for the back door. He grabbed my arm, yanked me back, slammed me against the wall. You're making this harder than necessary. I was going to make it quick, but now I'm angry. I kneed him in the groin. He doubled over. I ran, made it 3 steps before he tackled me. We hit the floor. The laptop flew from my hands, skidded across hardwood. Michael flipped me over, pinned me, hands around my throat. 4 years I played perfect husband. 4 years I waited. You ruined it by being too smart, just like Elizabeth. I couldn't breathe. Black spots danced in my vision. Goodbye, Sarah. Then, police, hands where I can see them. Detective Rachel Morrison stood in the doorway, gun drawn, 2 officers flanking her. Michael's hands loosened. I gasped, rolled away, scrambled backward. Hands up, now, Morrison shouted. Michael slowly raised his hands, eyes on me, calculating. This isn't what it looks like. My wife is having a mental health crisis, off her medications. I was restraining her before she hurt herself. Save it, Morrison said. We heard everything. She pointed at her phone. On screen, a live stream of my living room of the last 10 minutes. How? Michael went white. Your wife is smarter than you thought. She called me an hour ago from a burner phone, told me everything, asked me to monitor remotely while she confronted you. We've been watching and recording the whole time. She hadn't. I hadn't done that, but Michael didn't know. Morrison nodded to officers. They moved in, cuffed him, read his rights. Michael stared at me with pure hatred. You'll pay for this. You have no idea what you started. You're capable of murdering 3 women. Now you're going to prison for life. They took him away. Morrison helped me up. Are you okay? How did you really know to come? Morrison smiled slightly. Your sister Emma actually did call me 30 minutes ago, hysterical, saying you'd called, rambling about your husband being a killer. I thought she was overreacting, but drove over to check. Got here just as he was choking you. Emma called? But Michael said, he lied. He switched your phone, but didn't know you'd already made the call. Emma really did call police. You saved yourself. Over the next weeks, everything unraveled. Pills tested positive for benzodiazepines. Michael's real identity confirmed. Marcus Webb. Married 3 times. 2 wives dead. Jennifer Webb's death reopened. Evidence showed Michael loosened the stair railing. Amanda Chen's death reopened. Receipts proved Michael installed faulty CO detector. Dr. Shaw's car examined. Brake lines cut. 3 murders. 1 attempted murder. Multiple fraud charges. Michael went to trial 8 months later. I testified 3 days. Jury deliberated 4 hours. Guilty on all counts. Life without parole. I sold the house, moved to Boston where Emma lived, started therapy, learned to sleep without nightmares. 6 months after trial, I visited Dr. Shaw's grave. Elizabeth Ann Shaw, 1975, 2024. Beloved therapist, friend, hero. Thank you, I said. Thank you for being brave, for the recording. You saved my life. Wind rustled through trees. I pulled out the USB drive, the original recording that exposed everything. This small piece of plastic destroyed a serial killer's plan. Dr. Shaw had been right. She'd been a coward while alive, but in death, she'd been the bravest person I ever knew. I placed flowers on her grave and walked away. Not toward the past, toward the future. The one Michael tried to steal, the one Dr. Shaw gave back.